So you're just starting off on social media, or you're on social media, but you're not quite getting the results you want from your social media. Today I want to talk to you about 3 steps you need to take to create your social media plan to make and get the results that you want. Hello, I'm Lutalo K, social media guy, love social media, love helping people with it. What really would help with this video and with me helping you and helping other people, if you would definitely like this video, subscribe, and definitely leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on what you think and some things that I could do to help more. But let's get into it. So the first thing that's important when creating your social media business plan is knowing your target market. What does that mean? Knowing your who, knowing who it is that you are wanting to help. What customer do you want? What client do you want? Get a really good understanding of the type of client you want, the person you want to work with. Maybe you've worked with a group of people in the past and you enjoy working with that particular group. Maybe there's a certain age, or they're in their 20s, their 30s, their 50s, their 60s. Maybe they live in a certain area in the country or area in the world. Is gender important? Do you like working with men? Do you like working with women? Look at all those aspects when you want to create a target market, because that's one of the key things when you get ready to do your plan for your social media, is knowing exactly who it is that you want to work with. That's going to make a huge difference in you being successful. If you could really focus and narrow on a certain group. Yeah, I know that you probably have a product or service. I'm sure you have a product or service that can help everyone. But the biggest thing is to focus on a certain group. One thing about focusing on a certain group, you have to remember that a 20-year-old is in a different place than a 40-year-old is, or a male is in a different place than a female. Maybe someone who's divorced and someone who's been married for a long time, someone who has children and doesn't have children. So you really want to have that consideration. Just sit down and try to make a list of some of the characteristics of that customer that you want to work with. The more specific you can get, the better. And yes, I really want you to think, no, you're not limiting yourself. You're not counting people out. I work with plenty of clients and customers, and including myself, that, you know, I'm focused actually on realtors. And I've worked with many other different industries. So that does happen, but I specialize. And you specializing in a certain area with a certain demographic doesn't necessarily mean that you're counting people out. But if you're wanting to really master and grow your social media following and really come up with a good plan, figure out your who. The second thing that you should focus on is creating good content. Doesn't have to be spectacular. You don't have to dance and sing and flip, but you want to create good content. What is good content? Good content is content or information that helps your who, helps your target market. What are you answering questions that they may have, burning questions? What are some of the problems? When you think about your who and your target market, what are some of the struggles that they're having? What are some of the challenges that they're facing? If you really think about the challenges and the struggles, answer those questions. Your content should be out there to help your who. It should be out there to help your target. So think about some tips that you can put out there that's going to help them, that's going to make their lives better. If you're able to do that, that's definitely going to be a way to attract more people and more clients. And it's a great part of your social media plan that you need to put out there, that creating good content that helps solve a problem, that's going to be huge for you being able to have a solid plan when it comes to your social media. And number 3, last but not least, is being consistent. You want to be consistent with posting on social media on your content. And a part of your plan is coming up with that day, that time that you're going to post. If you choose to post, I would say the minimum would be once a week. That would be the minimum. If you can get to multiple times a week, maybe even daily, maybe even multiple times a day, that just depends on your time, what you're willing to do, what you're capable to do, if you have a team, if you don't have a team. But that once a week, if it's going to be on Tuesdays, you need to commit to Tuesdays. You don't want to start posting and the next 3 Tuesdays you post and you go a couple of Tuesdays and you miss. You really want to put in your plan. If I'm going to post Tuesday, when am I going to develop my content? When am I going to sit down, say, is it a Sunday evening? Is it a Thursday evening? And I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to commit this time, this hour to coming up with this content. I'm going to create graphics. I'm going to record it, whatever it is that you do. But a part of your plan is to sit down and say when you're going to post it, when you're going to develop it, when you're going to create it. But you want to be consistent. Being consistent is going to be the key. You getting customers and clients, they're looking at consistency. If you develop a plan of consistency and you stick to it, that's going to be huge for you creating a good following and a good customer base, because it just shows that you're coming, you're showing up to work. If you're posting on Tuesdays at 11 o'clock every Tuesday and you're showing up, you're showing that you have the commitment, the work ethic to put it out there. So let's review. Number 1, we said your who, your target market, who it is that you're trying to get as a customer, who it is you enjoy working with as a customer. Number 2, we said post good content. Your content doesn't have to be great and perfect. There's nothing to it. It just needs to be good content, and just think about what you can do to help your who, help your target market. And number 3, posting consistent, being consistent with you post. You want to be consistent. Decide on that day and stick to it. So for more videos to help you grow your social media, check out my other videos.